Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me again today, and this story comes from Hayes in West London. Before we get into the main initial report, I want to thank the local people for being understanding when our reporter came to get some footage from the scene. As you can imagine, during an incident like this, it's a very traumatic time. A 23-year-old man called Abdishakur has been shot dead on Austin Road, just off Pump Lane, on October the 1st at 10 PM. When our reporter got to the scene, he seen a police cordon stretching from a car park over the road all the way to a side street that is called Austin Road. From speaking to people in the area, we can tell you that he lived very locally. He lived in the block just over the road. And he was also a Muslim as well, and he used to go to the prayer centre that was literally 50 yards away from where he was killed. And in this footage as well, you will see police searching the area and also trawling the drainage system, which is a technique they use to try to find weapons that may have been used in a case like this. This is a very common procedure, and it's also very close to the blue tent that is up as well, where it is believed that he passed away. Witnesses have also said that young people, a female we believe, attempted to help him during his last moments as well. And we can also say that 2 firearms were used in this incident. There was a shotgun, but it was believed that he was shot with a revolver. And it was from a car on the main road in a drive-by shooting. The initial police statement said that at 10 o'clock on Austin Road on Tuesday, there was reports of a shooting. Officers attended with paramedics, and a 23-year-old man was found with multiple gunshot wounds. Despite best efforts of paramedics, he was pronounced dead at the scene a short time later. His next of kin have been informed, and they are supported by specially trained officers. A post-mortem examination will be held in due course, and formal identification had not occurred at this time. A burnt-out car was recovered a few miles away from the scene, and homicide detectives are linking it to the investigation. 2 men in their 20s were arrested in connection, but have subsequently been released and NFA'd. No further action. Detective Chief Inspector Catherine Goodwin said, firstly, her thoughts are with the family and friends of the young man who has lost his life last night, and they want to reassure the wider community they are working hard to find out what led to the tragic murder. She must stress that the investigation is in the early stages, and although they have made 2 arrests, which weren't arrests because they let them go with no further charges, they are still trying to find witnesses in the local area. And from what I'm told as well, he wasn't involved in gang culture as an active member. He lived on the estate and he associated with people that may have associated with other people. But from what I'm told, he wasn't actively involved. So for him to have been shot in this brutal way, it's either mistaken identity or just collateral damage. Often in these ride-out type situations where a rival enemy will come to a territory and just kill indiscriminately, sometimes it's happened before. It's not impossible. But at the same time, we can't rule anything out at this moment. All I know is that a lot of people miss him, and he was very popular in the area. He'd lived there for 19 years. And now I'm going to reference MyLondon newspaper as well, to get a bit more information about him due to the fact they got an interview with a neighbour there. Tributes were left at the scene saying RIP Shak, and a neighbour paid tribute and said that he was polite and helpful. She only gave her name as Nikki and said she lived next door to him in a block of flats on Silverdale Road, overlooking where he was killed. She told the newspaper that he'd been her neighbour for 19 years and it hit her hard, and her daughter was friends with him. He was very polite and always helped me with shopping if I ever needed it. He was always talking to me and making an effort. So when I heard the news today, I felt physically sick. The Metropolitan Police are yet to formally identify him, but the investigation is definitely fast moving. And I also believe he's Somalian as well, but he looks Caribbean. So my condolences to his family, and please pay your respects in the comments. I'll be back again very shortly, and I'll definitely give you an update on this story. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll be back again very soon. Peace.
Bye.